From the oldest park in baseball, MLB The Show comes your way from Fenway Park in Boston. Today we've got a good matchup ahead between the Atlanta Braves and the Boston Red Sox. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next. And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. And we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Atlanta, center fielder, number 13.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And we are underway this afternoon as the first pitch is over. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Down the third baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 now.
All right, that's when you got to tell yourself to slow down a little bit right there. Out in front on a fastball, hit it hard, but pulled it foul.
And a good pitch there as this is swung on and missed for the first out of the ball game. Bases are empty, one man out. Swung on and driven to right, and no doubt about it. And out of here, and I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. Stepping in for the Braves, Freddie Freeman, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. A high fastball is in there.
Don't think for 1 second, after giving up already one homer, that he doesn't know where this lineup's headed. He's going to have to face the real sluggers right now, and he's going to have to execute.
He takes the turn and heads for second. And he'll pull into second with one away. The next to bat for Atlanta, Adam Duvall. And now the Braves look to put more across the plate in this opening frame. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
A lot of righty pitchers will throw that two-seamer to right-handed hitters to try to jam the guy or even.
Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with one away. Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder. In his career against Porcello, he settles in hitting at a .379 clip. He's taken him deep once. Markakis, playing here in his age 34 season. He's in the midst of his 14th Major League season, so I guess you could say baseball has been good to him.
Yeah, and that's the name of the game with this guy. You don't hang around 13 years. I always say this, you show me a good teammate, I'll show you a guy who opens the door every day, and you know exactly what you're getting. The consistency this guy has had.
And the shortstop is under it to... At the plate, Mookie Betts. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Right fielder, Mookie Betts.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that one just missed outside. Fastball that just misses inside. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Now a curveball here, nowhere close. That's in the dirt. It's 3-1. The 3-1 pitch. Takes a strike for a full count now, 3-2. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. Here's J.D. Martinez, his career line with Bolton Avage. He's 1 for 3.
Ball one. He's going to have to make adjustment on that slider away. He can't just make it a non-competitive pitch and allow these guys to take. He's got to start that a little bit more over the middle of the plate to get that swing and miss on the outer half.
Now the 2-0. It's a high drive to left, back toward the wall, but he's going to run out of room. It's gone! Next up for the Red Sox, Andrew Benintendi. First delivery to him on the way. Swung on and missed, outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
Hey, back when I first broke into the big leagues, a lot of the pitchers wanted to work east to west. Now, with such an uptick in velocity, these guys are working north-south. That's just a great elevated fastball with serious velocity.
Pop high in the air. Camargo waits on it, and he makes the catch for the second out. Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland.
First baseman, Moreland.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Grounded back up the middle. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first. Here now is the catcher, Tyler Flowers. In his career against Porcello, he's got 3 base hits in 20 at-bats. 7 strikeouts on the stat sheet as well. And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Well, fans of the art of pitching are in for a treat. One of the game's big-time flamethrowers faces a top craftsman here today.
And you're going to see 2 different mindsets from both offenses, Dan. Facing the power guy, he's going to come at you. He's going to pitch to his strengths and not your weakness. And on the flip side, the finesse guy is going to try and keep everyone off balance. And I want to see what off-speed pitch he has working.
You know, Dero, that's one of the beautiful things about the game of baseball. Good pitchers come in all different shapes and sizes, and they come with all different type of weapons. We're going to see one flamethrower and one guy that throws below the speed limit.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Don't be surprised if he gets another back foot slider right here. Don't think for a second, just because he took the first one, that this pitcher won't come back exactly the same way.
Again, he sends it out of play. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
You can certainly tell at bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher. But you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
Hard hit toward the hole. And into left field for a 1-out hit. Digging in, Dansby Swanson. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. Betts has a read on it, and that's the second out of the inning. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. He was a strikeout victim to open up the ball game. Pitch is in the dirt and knocked down, and he'll make it into second easily with a stolen base. The 1-0. A little bouncer, but it gets foul. And this one runs a little too far in. Ball 2. Chased a bad ball up out of the zone. 2-2.
Hey, if he's going to get swings and misses that balls up.
A swing and a miss. That retires. Striding in for Boston, Xander Bogaerts, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. So the base is empty here with 1 away, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. Right through it here, and he's behind 0-1.
Yeah, guys, the key to hitting in the big leagues is to hit off the heater, and this guy is obviously sitting something else.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
Again, a 1-2. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone. Digging in now, Eduardo Nunez, his career line with Boltonevich. He's just 2 for 9. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball 1. And he takes a pitch right down the middle. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. On the ground to third. Camargo's got it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies.
That last at-bat, that showed me something. It's not that easy to hit a changeup over 400-plus feet out of the ballpark. So this guy gets some good extension, strong wrist, and this guy's got some terrific bat speed.
Bradley is there. 1 pitch, 1 out. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Freddie Freeman will try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. Popped high in the air. Porcello is there for it. 2 down. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Adam Duvall. He singled his last time up. First pitch coming. Here it is. Missed with a slider. Hit back up the middle. And that's through for another base hit. They'll make it 2 for 2 in this one. So with that, the top of the 3rd inning will continue at least 1 more batter. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Benintendi is there, and they go down in a hurry. Now batting, Sandy Leon.
Leading off for the Red Sox, catcher, Sandy.
First delivery to him on the way. And, oh, he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame. Standing in, Jackie Bradley Jr. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here comes the first pitch. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Bradley is a very well-regarded defensive outfielder. It used to be that fielders were evaluated mostly by the eyeball test and simple stats like fielding percentage. But, of course, these days there are many more advanced ways that help determine a guy's work in the field. And in his case, he shines in many ways.
You know, Matty, for me, I think he does pass the eyeball test. I know you have to look at all the numbers and the analytics to really appreciate a ball player like this. But, man, does he come to work every day to play hard.
Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first down. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. This is line to left, but pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out. Now the Red Sox DH, J.D. Martinez, got a hold of one and went yard in his first appearance in this one. Off the plate and away there, 1 ball, no strikes. Here's a swing and a miss, 1-1. 1-2 as he chases the slider. There goes the runner. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. And the next in is Johan Camargo as we begin the top of the 4th. There's Porcello back at it now as he gets ahead of the leadoff man. No balls and a strike.
Hey, that's a well-executed pitch right there. That might have started middle, but you saw it breaking away to that outer part of the zone. This left-handed batter right here has got 2 decisions to make. Is he going to ground out to second base all day, or is he going to drive the ball the other way?
And he lays off again, ball 3.
He's had command of his pitches all day, hasn't walked a soul, but we find ourselves in a 3-ball count here. Want to see how aggressive he gets in the zone.
Hit hard on the ground to short. Gloved by Bogarts. And, oh, the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he'll reach it first. Striding in once again, Tyler Flowers. He's 0 for 1 thus far. The second for 1 on to Moreland, but it's too late, so they'll get just the 1. Here's Ender Inciarte, 1 for 1 after a single this first time up. Hit hard back up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit. Digging in for his second at-bat, Dansby Swanson comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. And that one swung on and missed 0-1.
0-1's the count.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Here comes another 0-2. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. First pitch on its way. On the ground to the right side. Moreland's there. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass. The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. Set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning. And that's cut on and missed 0-1. I think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. And he swings here and sends one in the air deep down the right field line. But it bends just foul into the second deck. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Mitch Moreland. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Acuna going back at the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Here's Xander Bogaerts now. 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. Drilled right back up the middle. And that's through for a hit. So that plate appearance extends the inning for Ian Kinsler. So it's a runner at first with 2 gone, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. Bogaerts takes off. Pitch misses low. The throw down. He skips in and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there. Kinsler ahead and a 2-0 count. Too tight was that one. 3-0.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to cruise through this inning, but now a hit and a 3-0 count have changed that. Got to get back in the strike zone right here.
3-1 the count now. And that misses ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out. Now at the plate, Eduardo Nunez. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. A ball and no strikes. Hit high and deep, carrying towards the corner. And that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball. And he struck him out. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. Comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. Well, now that we're midway through this one, it's safe to say that runs have been at a premium, and both starters, doing it in different ways, have turned in excellent performances.
Dan, you could speak to this. Obviously, 2 different ways to skin a cat. One's a finesse guy, working all 4 quadrants, keeping guys off balance. The other, a flamethrower coming right at you.
Yeah, it's been a story of like 2 different styles of pitchers, but both getting the same thing. Both throwing strikes early, keeping the ball down in the zone. As you touched on it, there's more than one way to get around through a lineup, and we've seen one guy with power and one guy do it more skill and finesse.
A ball and 2 strikes now. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. And now the Atlanta number 4 hitter, Adam Duvall. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Here comes the 0-1. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Changeup gets him out in front. bunt for strike two. 1 run, 6 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. And he struck him out. Into the box, Sandy Leon. He was drilled by a pitch his last time up. And that's taken for strike 1.
Hey, it's not always about filling up the strike zone all the time every inning. He's pitching well as we're moving into the middle innings, but interestingly, less than 50% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. One and 2 to the Red Sox catcher.
He still might be looking for that release point on that curveball early in this outing. That one looked like it popped out of his hand behind his ear instead of out front. We'll see if he finds that pitch because it'll be important for him.
Easy fly ball into shallow center field. Albies backs up a bit and he takes charge for the first out. Here's Jackie Bradley now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Check the swing there, and Larry Bullard says he held up just enough. Ball 1. Swing and a miss. A little too anxious there. 1-1. Hit down the line at first, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And he can't make the play as he overruns it, but that should be scored as an infield single. So the Red Sox lineup turns over, and to the plate, Mookie Betts. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. Throw over to the bag, but he's safe at first as he gets back in time. And again a throw, but he's safe at first as he gets back in time. Ready with the 0-1. Bradley runs. Hit high and deep out there to left center field. Acuna ranging back, and it's off the green monster. And he's in safely at third as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play. So coming to the plate, J.D. Martinez. 1 for 2 with a solo shot that came back in the first inning. Now the runner's on his way home. And the squeeze was on, but this one will get foul. The 1-2, and the runner's coming home. On the bunt attempt is popped up, and they'll take it to the bag. So stepping in, Nick Markakis. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Skied into very shallow right. Kinsler moving to his left. Makes the play, 1 away. Digging in the switch hitter, Johan Camargo. An error allowed him to reach base in his last appearance. Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. This one's down to third. And the 6th inning is progressing quickly here. Now 2 away. Here now is the catcher, Tyler Flowers. He reached on a fielder's choice previously. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1.
This offense is going to have to find a way to get going. It's happened in the past. Every team goes through it where everyone seems to fall into a funk at the same time. Everyone needs to relax and not try and be the hero and just start getting the leadoff guy on.
Count remains at 0-2. 1 run, 6 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. A ball and 2 strikes to count to Tyler Flowers. That's hit to short. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 8 in a row he's set down, and the side is retired. Stepping up to the plate, Andrew Benintendi, 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far.
Left fielder, Andrew Benintendi.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Missed with a slider. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1.
He dropped that curveball in for a strike right there. But don't kid yourself. That's a dangerous pitch. He needs to start thinking about maybe working that back door, or that could get some serious damage done to it.
And therefore it is Markakis, and that's your first out. Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. And there's his first base hit in this one. And this will kick up against the wall near the Red Sox bullpen. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. Digging in and looking for more, Xander Bogaerts. Last time through. Here's the first pitch to him. Laid off as it caught the inside corner. The knee buckler, and he swings and misses at it. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Inciarte will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning. Stepping into the box, Ian Kinsler. It was a walk in his last trip. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. And there's a swing and a miss as Kinsler's down quickly now. 0-2. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
Not sure what he saw in that pitch, but it sure looked tempting. At least he held up. He must have been guessing.
Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Here's the 2-2. And a neck-high fastball that time.
What we're seeing here is a really smart at-bat. They got to be thinking the man on the mound is getting a little short on gas.
It's through. Let's see if they send him around to try to score. And not in time as the run scores. And on the play, the runner moves into scoring position now at second. Stepping up now, Eduardo Nunez. He went down on strikes last time up. Daniel Winkler, a right-handed reliever, standing 6'3", gets the ball now out of the bullpen. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A bouncer up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. He'll come home with it. And he will beat the throw home. It's a 4-1 score now. Striding in, Sandy Leon. He flew out in his last at-bat. There we go. In there. Now the throw. And he is out at second. Here's Ender Inciarte, and he'll get us started in what's officially the back third of this one.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan of bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
Hit sharply on the ground to the left. That's through. Another base hit for him. He's 3 for 3. So that's how they'll start out their half of the 7th inning. And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. First pitch on its way. Way in front of a great slider that time.
Textbook pitching performance so far in this one as we move into the later innings. First pitch strikes, how about over 90%? That's about as good as it gets.
And he'll dive back in. And another throw over. And he just manages to get his hand in. Inciarte gets his lead at first, nobody out. On the move again from first. Pitches high, the throw way late, and he's in there easily at second. Popped him up. Leon has a play. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. And now back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Stepping in, number 13. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. No balls and 1 strike. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Hey, 2 tough pitches right there, and expect more of the same. With that guy standing out on second base, you don't want any RBI scoring right here. With that base open at first, he's going to grind out.
And the run will come in to score from second as they've cut the lead in half to 4-2 now. Standing in, Ozzie Albies. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. Now time is called as both guys in the bullpen are ready to go. Craig Kimbrell comes on to pitch from the bullpen now in an unexpected move. He's their closer, so it's a surprise to see him here in the 7th. Strike taken to throw. He's not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely. And the runner's breaking for third. Hit weakly back to the mound. On to Moreland, and that's in time for the 2nd out. Throw won't get him. Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
You know, he's one of their guys they rely on to get their offense going. They need a rally, so we'll see if he can spark one here.
Hard on the ground towards short. Throw in time, and the side is retired. At the plate, Sandy Leon.
Leading off for the Red Sox.
First offering on its way.
Sandy Leon.
And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. And the changeup is way low that time.
That was a non-competitive pitch right there, and he finds himself behind 2-0 in this situation. He's going to have to locate something down the zone, get himself back in this count.
Fly ball out toward right field. Markakis giving chase. Around first, he's digging for second. And a high bounce will take it over the outfield wall, and he kicks off the inning with a ground rule double. Blake Swihart will come on now and pinch run here.
Number 23, Blake Swihart.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he takes ball 1. Swihart leads off second with nobody out. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1. Pickoff move to second, but he gets back in time, safe at second base. The 1-1. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Spin and a throw back to second, but he gets back in time, safe at second base. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Here's Mookie Betts trying to add some padding to their lead in the form of that run standing out there at second base. 7th inning here at the ballpark. 4-2 our score. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Grounded back up the middle. On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now. The tag at third, and they... Next will be the cleanup hitter, Adam Duvall. He'll start us off in the 8th. Couldn't wait back, a swing and a miss. And he can't get out of the way there, so the leadoff man will be aboard to open up the inning. Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Charlie Culberson will be summoned now to be the pinch runner.
Number 16, Charlie Culberson.
Before the first pitch, a check at first. And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. From the stretch. Lined hard to center field. Bradley patrolling center makes the play, 1 out. On to first, a double play. And the next in is Johan Camargo. Only 4 outs remaining for them to try and rally back in this one. No balls and a strike to count. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2. And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
Well, all of the umpires in the seats thought that was strike 3, and they weren't far off, but I think that was a good call. Looked to be just a bit outside.
He got him. Here's J.D. Martinez. He was a double play victim last time around.
Designated hitter,
Now the pitch. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. Fly ball out toward left center field. Acuña's there for it. 1 out. So striding in, Andrew Benintendi. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Chopper foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And this is down at knee level as it's chopped foul at home plate. And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. Ready for another chance? Mitch Moreland. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Ranging back is Inciarte, and it's gone into the monster seats. Here's Xander Bogaerts now. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Now the pitch. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Very weakly on the ground.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
Markakis is there, and he'll put it away. Settling in now, Tyler Flowers. He was a ground-out victim last time up.
They look like they're up against it here. Down 3 on the road, trying to come back against the closer.
Kinsler is there. 1 quick out to start inning number 9. First pitch of the at-bat. Popped him up. Swihart is there. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Ready now, Dansby Swanson. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. On to first, and that's your ball game. As we wrap this one up tonight, it's time to show our appreciation for the man you see there, Mitch Moreland. Picture perfect there. He's our top player of the game.
You could probably make an argument for a couple of other guys too, but it seemed like he had the most to do with his guys getting the win here.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game for the victorious Boston Red Sox. 5 runs on 9 hits. 1 error. They left 6 men on base. For Atlanta, 2 runs on 8 hits. No errors. They left 7 men on base. The winning pitcher is Rick Porcello. Credit the save to Craig Kimbrell. The luck goes to Mike Colton. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 8 minutes. Our Fenway Parkade attendance this afternoon, 36,298. We'd like to thank the Red Sox Nation for their continuing support and remind you to please drive home safely.